I was born in Bambali, a small corner of Senegal, where my roots intertwine with the Guinean heritage of my parents. From an early age, football was my burning passion, but my path towards it was plagued with obstacles. My father, a man of deep faith like an imam, initially forbade me from following that dream. However, fate, with its inscrutable script, drastically altered our story when my father's premature departure at the age of 7 changed the course of my life. At that tender age, I understood that football was not just a game, but my way to a more promising future. My name is Sadio Mané, and this is my story. At the age of 15, I decided to leap towards my destiny. With the unwavering support of a childhood friend, I ventured out of my peaceful village towards the bustling Dakar. The journey towards my dreams was not easy, but every step I took resonated with determination and hope. In the vibrant year of 2011, my career took a new direction when I joined Metz, a club that maintained close ties with Génération Foot, a talent nursery. On January 14, 2012, marked my debut in the professional stage, bursting onto the pitch as a substitute for Kevin Diaz in the 75th minute of an exciting home encounter against Bastia in League 2. Although the result was not what was hoped for, with a 0-1 loss, that day was etched as the beginning of my trajectory in French football. My first year in the French league was marked by learning and adaptation. Throughout that season, I presented on 19 occasions, 12 of which as a starter. On a memorable day, May 4th, at the majestic Stade Saint-Symphorien, I had the privilege of scoring my first league goal, despite the 2-5 loss to Guingamp. Despite our efforts at the end of the season, fate had an unexpected setback for us: the relegation of Metz to the Championnat National. In August of 2012, I made the leap towards new horizons upon joining Red Bull Salzburg from Metz, in an initial transfer valued at €2 million, although it eventually rose to €4 million, marking a significant milestone for Metz in terms of transfer fees. My time in Salzburg was a true football odyssey. I demonstrated my prowess as a scorer, leaving my mark with several hat-tricks, including notable performances in the Austrian Cup and Austrian Bundesliga. In the 2012 Olympics, I had the honor of representing my beloved Senegal. As a starter in every Group A match, I helped to lead Senegal to advance as runners-up. Although our exciting run came to an end in the quarterfinals, where we suffered a defeat in extra time against Mexico. The 2013-2014 season was a peak moment for both me and Salzburg, as we celebrated a historic double, conquering both the league and the National Cup. Despite our successes, at the end of August 2014, the story took an unexpected turn. My departure from the club became the focus when I decided not to show up for training and for a crucial match to qualify for the Champions League. My journey did not stop there. After my time at Red Bull Salzburg, I continued to forge my path in European football. Clubs like Southampton and Liverpool witnessed my growth as a player, becoming one of the most respected and outstanding forwards in the world. Regarding the 2015 African Cup of Nations, I was initially included in the Senegal team. However, I suffered a calf injury in a match with my club Southampton against Arsenal on January 1st, 2015. This injury initially ruled me out of the tournament. However, I later recovered and returned to the team, starting in the last 2 group matches against South Africa and Algeria in the tournament's group stage. In the 2015-16 season, I shone with Southampton, standing out for my scoring ability and my influence on the team. I recorded 2 assists and 1 goal in the UEFA Europa League against Vitesse Arnhem. In the League Cup, I scored against Liverpool, although unfortunately we lost. I had a disciplinary incident for arriving late to a pre-match meeting. Despite receiving a red card against Stoke City, this was overturned on appeal. After a period without scoring in the league, I regained my form with a double against Liverpool and a hat-trick in front of Manchester City, finishing the season as Southampton's top scorer with 15 goals in all competitions. The 2017-2018 season, I had a remarkable start with Liverpool, scoring the first goal of the season in a draw against Watford. My excellent performance earned me the Premier League Player of the Month title in August. However, I received a red card in a match against Manchester City in September, resulting in a 3-game suspension. Despite this, I continued to be a key part of Liverpool's attack, becoming part of a prolific attacking quartet alongside Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, and Philippe Coutinho, which later became a trio after Coutinho's departure mid-season. The 2017 African Nations Cup in Gabon, I represented Senegal and left a notable impression. I managed to score a goal in each of the country's first 2 games, contributing to the 2-0 victories against Tunisia and Zimbabwe. However, in the quarter-finals against Cameroon, the match ended goalless, and in the penalty shootout, I missed the decisive penalty, leading to Senegal's elimination from the tournament. In May 2018, I was selected to be part of the 23-player team of Senegal for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. During the tournament, I managed to score the first goal in the 2-2 draw against Japan in the group stage. I was a starter in all 3 games of the group from Senegal, but unfortunately, the team was eliminated after the group stage due to a tiebreaker rule, finishing below Japan on fair play points. In 2018, I left an indelible mark in the history of Liverpool by scoring my first hat-trick in the UEFA Champions League against Porto, becoming the second player to achieve it as a visitor in Europe for the club. Additionally, I surpassed Demba Ba's goal record in the Premier League, which was a significant moment for me and for the team. In the Champions League final, I had the honour of scoring the equalising goal in the defeat against Real Madrid. This goal made me the first Senegalese to score in the final of the tournament, an achievement of which I am very proud. Furthermore, my contribution helped Liverpool become the first team to have 3 players with more than 10 goals in a single Champions League season, alongside Salah and Firmino, which was a remarkable milestone for the club. In November 2018, I renewed my contract with Liverpool for the long term. In March 2019, I scored 2 goals against Burnley, thus reaching my goal number 50 with the club. Subsequently, I became the 5th Liverpool player to score in 6 consecutive home matches in the Premier League. 3 days later, I contributed with another 2 goals in the victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League, becoming the club's top scorer away from home in the competition. I continued breaking records by surpassing the goal record in a single Premier League season for a Senegalese player and was nominated for the PFA Player of the Year award. At the end of the season, I scored 2 more goals against Wolverhampton Wanderers, reaching a total of 22 goals and sharing the Premier League Golden Boot with Salah and Aubameyang. In the UEFA Champions League final, I contributed by winning a penalty champions early, which led Liverpool to secure the title with a 2-0 victory over Tottenham. I was called up for the Senegal team in the 2019 African Cup of Nations, where I stood out by scoring 2 goals and missing a penalty in our 3-0 victory against Kenya. Although we finished second in the group stage, I continued with my good performance by scoring the only goal of the match in our 1-0 victory over Uganda in the round of 16. I played a major role in the following 3 matches for Senegal, leading them to the final where we lost 1-0 against Algeria. Despite finishing as runner-up, I received recognition by being named in the team of the tournament. In 2019 and early 2020, I was standing out at Liverpool with a series of impressive performances. In the UEFA Super Cup final, I scored 2 goals and was named man of the match in our victory over Chelsea. I continued my streak with more goals in the Premier League and contributed to Liverpool's record of 22 consecutive home wins, which helped the team win the league title. Additionally, I was a finalist for the 2019 Ballon d'Or and won the CAF African Footballer of the Year award. My success culminated with the preparation of the winning goal in the FIFA Club World Cup final against Flamengo. In the 2020-21 season, I had a standout start by opening my scoring account in the Premier League with 2 goals in the 2-0 victory over Chelsea on September 20, 2020. However, my season was affected when I tested positive for COVID-19 on October 2, 2020. This season was the worst of my career, given the pandemic circumstances and associated challenges. Despite this, I was able to close the season positively by scoring a double in the 2-0 victory over Crystal Palace on May 23, 2021, securing 3rd place for Liverpool and qualification for the next Champions League season. In the Africa Cup of Nations 2021, I was a key figure for Senegal, which won the tournament for the first time in its history. In the final against Egypt, where I faced my Liverpool teammate, Mohamed Salah, I saw my penalty stopped in the 7th minute, but then I scored the winning goal in the penalty shootout. In addition to converting the decisive shot to secure the trophy, I scored 3 goals and gave 2 assists before the final, earning me the Player of the Tournament award. In the qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup 2022, I also scored the winning goal in the penalty shootout against Egypt, after a 1-1 aggregate draw, thus securing Senegal's qualification for the FIFA World Cup 2022. In the 2021-2022 season, I had a remarkable performance with Liverpool. On September 18, 2021, I scored my 100th goal for the club in the 3-0 victory over Crystal Palace, also setting a Premier League record by scoring in 9 consecutive matches against the same opponent. On October 16th, I reached another milestone by scoring my 100th goal in the Premier League in the 5-0 victory over Watford, becoming the 3rd African to achieve it, after Didier Drogba and Mohamed Salah. On my 30th birthday, April 10th, 2022, I scored the tying goal in the match against Manchester City. Then, on April 16th, I scored 2 goals in the FA Cup semi-final against the same rival, taking Liverpool to its first FA Cup final since 2012, which we eventually won. Furthermore, on May 3rd, I scored the winning goal in the Champions League semi-final against Villarreal, securing Liverpool's qualification for the final, where we eventually lost to Real Madrid. Despite finishing 2nd in the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League 2021-2022, Liverpool won the EFL Cup and the FA Cup, coming close to achieving a historic quadruple. On June 4, 2022, I left my mark by scoring a hat-trick in the 3-1 victory against Benin in the qualification for the African Cup of Nations 2023. This achievement led me to become Senegal's all-time top scorer with 32 goals, surpassing Henry Camara. However, my participation in the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar was in doubt due to an injury I suffered during Bayern Munich's victory over Werder Bremen a few days earlier. Despite being initially included in the Senegal team for the tournament on November 11, 2022, I was eventually ruled out and I withdrew from the squad on November 17th. On June 22, 2022, I joined the Bayern Munich club of the Bundesliga with a contract until June 30th, 2025. It was reported that the transfer fee was 32 million euros, which could increase to 41 million euros based on individual and team achievements. I officially debuted on July 30th, 2022 in the 2022 DFL Super Cup, scoring my first goal to help Bayern beat RB Leipzig 5-3. A week later, I scored my first Bundesliga goal in the 6-1 victory over Eintracht Frankfurt. On November 8th, I suffered an injury that forced me to retire 20 minutes into the match against Werder Bremen. This injury kept me out of the FIFA World Cup 2022 and required surgery on my right fibula. After 3 months of recovery, I returned on February 26, 2023 as a substitute in the 3-0 victory against Union Berlin. On April 13th, I was suspended and fined by Bayern after reports of an altercation with my teammate Leroy Sané in the locker room after a 3-0 defeat in the Champions League quarter-finals against Manchester City. On May 28th, I won the Bundesliga with Bayern after a decision that awarded 2 points to the league leader, Borussia Dortmund. On August 1, 2023, the Al Nassr club of the Saudi Pro League announced my signing. Later, I revealed that my ex-Liverpool teammates, Fabinho and Roberto Firmino, had previously contacted me to recommend me to join their clubs, Al Ittihad and Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, respectively. Additionally, I mentioned that my ex-captain Jordan Henderson had sent me a good luck message after my departure to Saudi Arabia. 2 days after my signing, I made my debut in the 1-1 draw with Zamalek in the 2023 Arab Club Champions Cup, replacing Abdulaziz Al Aliwa at halftime. Then, on August 14th, I scored my first goal for the club in the 2-1 defeat against Al Ettifaq in the league. I participated in the 2024 African Cup of Nations with the Senegal national team. In fact, I was one of the team's most important players. I played 5 matches as a starter and managed to score 2 goals during the tournament. Additionally, I was able to provide 2 assists, which demonstrated my ability to create opportunities for my teammates. I felt honored to be chosen as the best player of the match on 2 occasions, which reflects my impact on the field during the tournament. Although we were hopeful of defending the title, Senegal reached the semi-finals where, unfortunately, we lost against Ivory Coast by 2-1. Despite this result, I am proud of my performance in the tournament. My efforts and those of the team did not go unnoticed, and I am thankful for the recognition I received during the competition. We are just starting the year 2024, and I have a great determination to prove my worth and achieve new goals. I still have a lot ahead of me, and am eager to show the best of myself in every opportunity that arises. With hard work, dedication, and focus, I know I can overcome any challenge that comes my way. I am excited about the opportunities this year has in store, and am ready to make the most of them. Let's go for it all.